Ever want to have your very own magic show? You could be the magician that pulls a beaver out of the hat. Or you could be the guy that hits subscribe on our videos so you magically know when all of our videos go live. Or you could be the guy that visits our Facebook page so you know in advance when the beaver is the animal of the month. Or you could keep watching so you know how all this has to do with this month's big idea. So if you've ever wanted to be a magician, today is the perfect video for you to practice. What we're gonna be doing is making a trick that you can do yourself at home. You have to make a spiral just like this one. So what we did is we just searched for a spiral image and then we divided it up into sheets of paper that we printed off and attached to cardboard, because the important thing here is that it's stiff, okay? You want it stiff when you attach it to the rod. So what we did is we taped it to this cardboard, and then when you're finished, you're gonna cut it into the circle shape that you see here. So what do you do with it after you've gotten into a circle shape? There's kind of two routes. If you want to get sophisticated, you can do what we did. We took a piece of all thread, which you can get at your local hardware store, poked a hole through it, and then we just slid that through the cardboard, and we put a nut on either side to hold it in place. And if you want to, you can actually, if you get this a little bit shorter, you can put it into a cordless drill, and that'll help you spin it. The other thing you could do is you could take the spiral you made and just tape it to something round like a dowel rod or something. That's gonna allow you to spin it, which is very important for the trick. Now, the other thing you could do is you could always just see yourself as more of a digital magician, and you can just search for a video that has a spiral rotating just like this disc does, okay? Now, once you have all that, what do you need to do? Well, for this trick to work, you're gonna have to follow my directions. So let me show you how it works. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stare right at the center of the spiral. I'm just gonna keep moving it. And what's happening is your brain and your eyes are getting two competing pieces of information. And so what you wanna do is just stare right at it until your eyes start to get tired. And when I say, you're gonna look right at my nose. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Did it work? Did my head get smaller? It might not have worked for all of you, but it should have worked for some of you. It looked like my head was getting smaller, right? I can go in the other way too, okay? Just let's watch the spiral again. Three, 2, 1. All right, now look at my nose. Is my head getting bigger? I'm a genius. Okay, so it might not have worked for all of you, but if it did work, I know what you're gonna say or comment. You're gonna say, it's just a video trick, but it's not a video trick, right, camera people? We're not doing any video trick. Okay, to be fair, earlier we did do a video trick with a beaver in the hat. So if it's not a video trick, how does it work? I mean, listen, if you don't believe me, you can go back and watch the spiral. Instead of looking at my nose, look at something else in the room. You can look at your teacher's nose, you can look at a clock on the wall, and you'll see the same illusion. It will get bigger, right? So why is it? You're a smart kid, you wanna know why? I can tell you, it's not magic. It's science. See, what just happened was an optical illusion. There's a trick being played on your brain and your eyes. So let's say that this is your eye. It's not your eye, obviously that'd be super gross because I'm holding it. But this is what your eye looks like, right? There's these muscles on the sides of your eye that allow it to move. In fact, you've got 6 muscles and they're paired up on opposite sides of the eye. So when you wanna look this direction, one side tightens and the other side relaxes. So when I tell you to look at the center of the spiral, your eyes go in. And the muscles on the insides, the one closest to your nose, get tired. In fact, you probably felt your eyes water a little bit. That was those muscles tiring. At the same time, your brain is getting this confusing message from your eyes. It's being told that you're moving, but your brain knows it's not moving at all. You know that you're sitting stationary watching this video. So it takes about 30 seconds for your brain to kind of rewire itself and compensate for that confusing message it gets. Now, once I say, look up at my nose, your eyes relax, and these muscles that haven't been working, they're a little bit stronger than the ones closest to your nose, and they pull your eyes just a little bit past center, just for a split second. But it's enough to confuse your brain again. Your brain compensates this time by applying the same movement that was happening in the spiral to whatever item you're looking at, right? So it appears like it's getting bigger or smaller depending on which way the spiral was going. So what in the world does this optical illusion have to do with this month's big idea of initiative? Well, it's a do-it-yourself project, so it will take some initiative to accomplish, but that's not why we did it. We did it because people with initiative start by changing their vision. See, initiative is seeing what needs to be done and doing it. So you don't actually have to change your vision, but you do change the way you look at the world. You realize that you need to treat others right. See, everyone has their problems, and then there are other people's problems. But when you have initiative, you see what needs to be done, and you realize that other people's problems are just as important, if not more important, than yours. And that's how you treat others right. It's not just about you making smart decisions and maximizing your own potential. You see what needs to be done around you, and then you don't stop for someone else to do it. You take care of it yourself. That's initiative, seeing what needs to be done and doing it.